to your own duties. An hour later, you hear another knock at your door. Master, it's me, Ray. Okay. Remember her? Her voice is cheerful, but there's a slight hesitation as though she's unsure she's interrupting. Come in. The door opens slowly and Ray steps inside, her green twin tails balancing as she enters with a nervous but warm smile. Oh, I'm not disturbing you. Your butler already went over my schedule. I had a few more questions. I want to make sure I'm doing everything right. Ray approaches your desk. Her hands claps in front of her, looking both eager and a little uncertain. No, Ray. What would you like to ask? Ray smiles brightens, relieved by your response. She steps a bit closer, her green eyes full of curiosity as she leans slightly forward. Been reading on how to be a good maid, and I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything important. Her voice wavers, slightly as she continues, her cheeks turning the faintest shade of pink. I read in some books that certain young masters might have requests in the evenings. You notice her glance away as she says this, her hands now nervously fidgeting with the hem of her uniform. Yeah, I need her to clarify. So, could you clarify that a bit more? Her blushes deepens, her green eyes flicking to the side as she hesitates, clearly nervous but still determined to ask. She fiddles with her uniform, her fingers slightly tugging at the fabric. Despite her awkwardness, her voice carries a note of curiosity. Well, I've read that sometimes maids might be asked to provide special services at night. Her rails trail off into a whisper as she bites her lower lip, casting a quick glance at you. Her usual confidence seems to waver, though her tone remains warm and genuine. And so if that's something you needed, I wouldn't mind. I mean, I'm just here to help however I can. She looks down briefly, her cheek glowing with embarrassment, but there's no hint of discomfort, just her usual eagerness to please. Not that I'm assuming you want that, I just wanted to be ready in case. She steals another glance at you, her voice soft but sincere. I just want to make sure I'm doing everything right for you. Did they go over the same, book or something? Her voice fades to a whisper, and she shifts nervously, her eyes meeting yours with a mix of shyness and determination. Gorgeous story. You take a moment to consider Ray's question. Ray, these services are not necessary at all. However, if you wish to perform them, nonetheless you may. Ray's eyes widen slightly. She freezes for a moment, clearly taken aback by your response. Her blush deepens as she processes your words. Kind of like the other one. Man, I forgot her name that fast. Really, I'm not sure if that was something you actually wanted. She looks down, her fingers nervously twisting the edge of her uniform. Her cheeks are still flushed, but there's a hint of curiosity in her expression now. I want to make sure I'm filling my role properly, but I don't want to make things uncomfortable for you. Her voice is soft and earnest. She gives a hesitant glance back up at you, her green eyes reflecting a mix of hesitation and curiosity. Hey, won't make me uncomfortable? Actually, receiving such services from you wouldn't make you uncomfortable at all. Quite beautiful, and I'm sure it would be pleasant. Ray's eyes widen slightly and her blush deepens, though a small, intrigued smile starts to form on her lips. Her noticeable hesitation seems to melt away as she processes your response. Really, I didn't think, if that's the case, wouldn't mind at all. Glad to know it wouldn't make you uncomfortable. Her curiosity is now more evident as she takes a tentative step closer, her expression reflecting a mix of eagerness and shyness. She seems more at ease, though still somewhat reserved. If that's something you're interested in, I'd be open to it. I just want to make sure I'm doing things right. Okay. Her voice is soft and a bit hesitant, but there is a note of genuine curiosity and interest. Her green eyes look at you with a blend of anticipation and shyness. Feel free to explore what you're comfortable with. I appreciate your dedication. Ray nods, her blush gradually fading as she seems to relax. Her smile becomes more confident, though she still shows a hint of nervousness. There is something in my eye. Maybe for being so busy. Okay, thank you for being so understanding. I'll think about it and see how I can best fulfill my duties. With a shy but hopeful glance, Ray turns her head for the door, her steps lighter and more assured. The door closes behind her, and you're left reflecting on the conversation, curious about how things will develop. You sigh, push the thought aside, you return to your task for the day. Hours pass by, and your stomach begins to growl, signaling that it's time for dinner. You make your way to the dining room, where you see Ray and last name Clara preparing a table. We're gonna make Clara upset, but go ahead. You sigh to approach Ray, who is placing the final touches on the table setting. She gets up as you near, her face lighting up with a bright smile. Everything looks fantastic. You've done a great job here. Ray's green eyes sparkle with delight at your words, and her earlier subdued energy seems to surge back to life. Thank you so much, young master. I'm really happy you noticed. She leans in slightly, her excitement evident in her voice as she continues adjusting the plates, almost bouncing on her feet from the compliment. However, you catch a glimpse of Clara from the corner of your eye. Clara maintains her composed demeanor. You can see the briefest flicker of something darker in her eyes as she glances in your direction. She quickly masks it with a soft smile, but the tension in her movements betrays her underlying emotions. Clara's hands move with their usual elegance, but there's an uncharacteristic stiffness as she finishes setting the utensils. She doesn't say anything, but you can still feel the shifts in the room's energy, subtle but undeniable. Ray, meanwhile, remains willfully unaware of Clara's quiet jealousy, her focus entirely on you and her task. Her enthusiasm is contagious, but you can sense the undercurrent of Clara's emotions lingering in the background. Oh, the girl's seething. I would approach Clara before she kills me. After exchanging a few words with Ray, you turn back to Clara, who was now finishing up the final touches on the table. Same as you, Clara, you're both doing a fantastic job. Clara smiles warmly at your praise, but her posture remains slightly rigid, as if she's trying to suppress any visible signs of jealousy. After the servant master, your satisfaction is all that matters. Though Clara's words are polite and calm, there's an underlying current of possessiveness in her tone. She glances briefly at Ray, who is now quietly arranging the last of the utensils with a renewed focus. Despite the subtle tension between the two maids, they both remain professional, sure that the table is set to perfection. As you begin eating, the room falls into a comfortable silence, the only sounds being the soft clink of silverware against the plates and the faint crackle of a nearby fireplace. Ray and Clara stand by attentively, ready to assist should you need anything. Their earlier tension seems to have faded slightly, replaced by the calm routine of dinner service. After a few bites, you glance up at the two maids, considering your next move. Well, of course I'm going to ask how their day went. I'm not going to sit in silence. So how did your day go? Any challenges with your duties? Ray's face brightens at your question, her green eyes sparkling as she steps forward slightly. That was good, young master. I've been learning a lot. The garden was a bit of a challenge at first, but I think I've got the hang of it now. Her voice is filled with excitement, and she's eager to share more, but she glanced over at Clara, allowing her to speak as well. Clara, standing more composed, offers a warm smile. It's a productive day, young master. There's always something to do around the estate, but nothing too difficult. You made sure everything was in order for the evening. Clara's tone was calm and measured, but you notice her subtle glance towards Ray, as if gauging your reaction to her words. I see, it's good to hear that both of you are adapting well. Ray beams to your words, while Clara's expression remains soft and pleased. As the conversation dies down, you finish the remaining of your meal. Ray steps forward to clear dishes, and Clara moves gracefully to assist her. Any meal concludes with a sense of calm. The earlier tension between the two maids seemingly resolved for the moment. The dishes cleared away, the dining room all cleaned up. Clara and Ray stand by, waiting any final words from you. Ray fidgets slightly, her expression curious and hopeful as she takes a small step forward. Master, did I do a good job today? We want to make sure I'm meeting your expectations. Her green eyes are filled with a mixture of eagerness and uncertainty, as if she's genuinely seeking your approval. Before you can respond, you notice Clara's warm smile stiffen just a bit. Her eyes flicker briefly with a flash of something sharper. Jealousy, perhaps? But she quickly hides it, forgetting her composed demeanor. Of course you did, Ray. You always do your best. Clara's tone is soft, but there's a subtle edge to it, as if she's trying to suppress her own feelings while also asserting her presence. She gives you a warm smile, but her gaze lingers on Ray for just a moment longer than usual. Let's try to make it obvious. Compliment both, so we don't die in our sleep. Hope you did a wonderful job today. I'm very pleased with your work. Ray beams with joy, and Clara's expression softens into a more genuine smile. Thank you, young master. It means so much to me. So I'll serve you, young master, and we'll continue to do our best. I think Ray is more or less not aware. So, this marks the end of your shift. Have a good rest. Both maids bow deeply before stepping back, a content look on her Ray's face, while Clara's composure remains steady despite the earlier tension. The doors closes behind them, you're left alone, the room settling into a peaceful quiet. Let's go take a bath. You decide to take a bath will be her way to relax the end of the day, so you make your way to the luxurious bathhouse within the mansion. Moments later, sitting into the steaming water, a sense of relief washes over you. Your muscles relaxing, the soft glow of candlelight dances around the room, making the atmosphere tranquil and serene. Pretty sure Clara mentioned that she's gonna take a bath around this time. So it'll be a bit longer to see if Clara shows up. And she shows up. Alright, after a few moments you hear the doors open slightly. Clara steps into the room with a graceful, deliberate poise, always exuding confidence and elegance. Well, that was something. Only reason I said, you know, the other option, I said saying sorry to Clara, the whole love you thing, so that when we say sorry, he's gonna be like, okay, and then close in our sleep. You spoke in the warm water for a while longer before returning to your room. Say as quiet as you return to your room. You walk towards your bed, think about all that happened today. Slip into your bed, you begin to relax as you slowly fall asleep. Alright, lock the album. And current content. Alright. Well, that is the end of this one. Let's see, we'll go there. We'll save that main menu. And until the next one, this is Dangerous Temptations. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. If not, oh well. If y'all are curious about the uncensored part of the video, of course, check out the Patreon. They have a $5 tier and a $10 tier. For the moment, still kind of fully understand Patreon and all that, but it's not complicated, but that's what we have. So yeah, I might change that in the future, I don't know, but hopefully y'all enjoyed. If not, oh well. But with that being said, I'm gonna end it here. So hopefully y'all had a good day, because yesterday is better than tomorrow, and I will catch y'all in the next video.